Okay, before I get to the main subject of today's video, there's a couple things I should probably talk about. One is how this video is set up. Unlike the other My Thoughts, this is just going to be me talking with no footage or post-editing. It's just going to be straight what comes off the top of my head about the subject and what I need to say. Now, this is actually originally how I planned the My Thoughts, but when I was first talking to my pal Lewis about this, and about how I plan to put a lot more of my, time editing into stuff like countdowns and other projects, which is ultimately what is going to happen, he said that, nah, that's stupid, you should do stuff for the My Thoughts too, and I was like, alright, sure, and because he offered to actually do editing for me, and that's why my other videos weren't just me talking like this. But I think that for several reasons this is kind of better. One, because I can just get them out as soon as I want, and as soon as I can get to the computer, that is. And if there's some breaking news or something I just want to talk about right at the moment, don't want to let the train of thought leave, I can talk about it when I want. And two is, well, ultimately I feel like I'm putting a little too much pressure on him, because, My Thoughts didn't take as long to edit as this countdown I have coming up is, and not to mention he does his own stuff, he's working with the gaming nerds, so, since he was nice enough to do that editing for my stuff, I'm not going to overload him like that. So yeah, that's the gist of that. Also, about what was it? 4 weeks ago, about a month, yeah, around there, I auditioned for top 10 GameCube games, and I was one of those winners to that contest, and I'll put a link down here in the description so you guys can check out the first intro version they have going for this collaborative effort on top 10 GameCube games. And thanks to anyone that voted, especially for the game that I told you to vote for. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get down to the main subject of this video, which is, as you can probably tell from whatever I decide to put the title as, is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Actually, I'll probably think of a better title. But what I mean is, Robert Downey Jr., who any of you that follow these kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies know, is the actor that has played Iron Man in Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, The Avengers, and Iron Man 3, and his contract's actually running up. Now, while it is stating that they're trying to negotiate him to sign on as Tony Stark for more movies, it's unclear whether he is going to. And I can understand if he doesn't want to, which, honestly, he's getting a bit older, doesn't look it, but he's probably going to be 50 soon. And, he's been playing a character for this many movies, this many years. When you're an actor like that, he probably wants to branch out, do other stuff, go into other films, other series. Probably do, I don't know, another Sherlock Holmes, or just not be the same character for so long. He's probably getting tired of it. So I can definitely understand that, but what I gotta say is, out of all the to recast Tony Stark, don't recast Tony Stark. Not in this continuity, not in this Marvel Cinematic Universe. If years from now you want to do another Iron Man live-action film, of course, you get him then, or get another actor then. But you see, it's just Robert Downey Jr., out of all the actors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the one that you just can't recast in this continuity, the character Tony Stark. Anyone can go around wearing a suit of iron that shoots guns and looks like an Iron Man suit. I mean, they got Colonel Rhodes, who's, War Machine, or the Iron Patriot, whatever Iron Patriot, he was called in the third one. They can just have him fill the role if you don't want to have Robert Downey Jr. around. It's just he's become iconic as their character. So people see him as that character. I mean, I actually did research. There hasn't been a Tony Stark, well, aside from Tony Stark Sr., his father. Was that his name? Never mind. In a live-action film being portrayed by anyone other than Robert Downey Jr. In the history of ever, all the years that Iron Man has existed as a character, Tony Stark as a character, I should say, no other person has portrayed him in a live-action, like, theatrical release, full feature-length movie other than Robert Downey Jr. I mean, the whole, how many times has he been recasted, even just in this continuity? I mean, if you get another Hulk, guess who cares? No one anywhere cares if you recast Hulk. Captain America? I don't know, I like the actor they have playing Captain America, but if they recast him, sure, there's been other Captain Americas. There was like some 90s cheesy film, and a lot of people weren't a big fan of him being cast as Captain America in the first place. Like Hawkeye and, Scarlet Widow. I don't think anyone would really care that much. They haven't, like, captured those characters, and those aren't even that popular characters. I'm not saying they don't have their fans, I'm not saying they're bad characters, that's untrue. It's just not nearly as popular as, say, Iron Man or Captain America. And Thor? I don't know, I think there's been other Thors. It's just, this is the one that's really, I don't know, just become iconic in this role. If you wanna, I can definitely understand him wanting to not be in more films, but I just think that they shouldn't just recast Tony Stark, because that would look weird. People would really get upset over that. I wouldn't see Tony Stark, I would see a different person. It would just not make sense to me. If he doesn't want to appear in any more films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you want to clear it up so there aren't any questions being asked in Avengers 3, or Avengers 4, or Avengers 5, how many Avengers you want to make, then honestly, I think you gotta kill off Tony Stark, because just what you should do is kill off Tony Stark and say Avengers 2 or Iron Man 4 if you can get him for that, and then just have somebody else using an Iron Man suit, such as Colonel Rhodes, or heck, even Pepper. I think that'd be cool. Probably can't get her actress back, I don't know what her situation is. Or just someone wearing an Iron Man suit could sort of fill that role on the team, and they could do different things with that, have it relate to the characters, have them, oh no, he's dead, all that stuff. And it could be something that's reacting through all the different movies in Phase 2. No, it would be Phase 3, whatever. This mixed continuity gets confusing. But all I'm trying to say is Robert Downey Jr. has been iconic in this role as a live-action Tony Stark. So do not please, Marvel. No, I doubt anyone from Marvel is going to listen. But what I'm trying to say is, don't recast Tony Stark in this continuity. If you want someone else going around wearing an Iron Man suit in another Avengers or another Iron Man movie, fine. Just kill off the character and have someone else wear the suit, alright? That's what I think. That's just my thoughts. See ya.